Hi guys and welcome back to Transport Feeder. We are in a little bit of a pickle in that we have this railway and we have this railway and we have this huge station and we have this bit of railway it's all costing us quite a bit of money. So yeah, that's a thing. So I think my plan is going to be... oh dear, what should my plan be? I have no idea, frankly. This is the second time recording this video and I don't want to do exactly what I did before. I'm going to turn my volume down on my end. It's very loud. So yeah, in the last episode we had this station built and this flyover. That took way longer than it should have. But there you go, such is. And what I'm thinking is to start building the main line out this way towards Cheltenham, because we have quite a profitable bus route here that I don't really want to sacrifice quite yet. That said, I think first order business, because buses are good at making money early on, whereas trains really aren't, is I'm going to set up a regional bus at Camelford. So let's go here, buildings, doink, Camelford, and Andover. Oh yeah, in Andover, I am going to double up the station here, well the stop here. So, from St John's Road, which is there, we're going to come back and stop at George Street. And that's just going to make this service a whole lot more accessible, pretty much. And it's also going to allow us to use George Street bus stop as like a central station in Andover. So, Church Lane is our stop in Camelford. So let's set up that regional bus route. New line, and it's regional bus number 103. RB space 103. Oh no, RB 103. And over to... what is it? Castlethorpe? No, it's not Castlethorpe. See, I'm just going to put C. Camelford. Wow. Everyone's cringing at that. I know it. I just know it. We're going to go from George Street, Andover, to Church Lane, Castleford. And I think I'm going to put 6 on that. And we're going to paint them this lovely colour and put them on RB103 and over to Camelford. Now what I want to do ideally, perhaps I might consider a railway branch to Red Hill. No. One thing I do want to consider is doubling up this. And if we look, yes, we are not in a good position financially. Let's scoot over into next year. And get the date rolling as, oh, the date is rolling. Let's get it rolling a little bit quicker. No. So, as always, trains are leading the pack for like everything. Let's also repay the loan off a bit by bit. I doubt we'll be getting much done this episode because I sort of did a lot in the first two. And now I've got no money left. That's fun. I love that bridge. Just saying. I love that bridge. Let's head over, actually, to Andover. See if there are any other towns I could link by road that might be awkward to link by rail directly to Andover. We've got Camelford because the Camelford branch line will be coming from Red Hill and Corby, not Andover. Harpenden? Well, no, from Harpenden what I want to do is bring the railway line down around the lake, weave through the industries and hit up Harpenden that way. You know what, I think that's our next move. We're going to pull away from the main line for a little bit and build up some branches. Whether that's a good idea or not, I have no idea. Let's look at our line statistics and see what we've got going on. And over to Camelford is not quite profitable yet. That's fine. Okay, where can I go by road from Corby? I suppose I could take a road up to Redcar, but I don't want to be serving Redcar just yet. I sort of want to get there by train first, because that way it will sort of let me thread a railway through this, which just sounds amazing. I mean, it looks amazing as well. And then here, that would be nice to run a railway along to get us to Marston Mauritane. Then we've got Bishop Auckland. From Corby we can take the railway down to Bishop Auckland. But I think our first order of business will be to connect by road Corby and Harpenden, and then connect them by road-based public transport. So we're not using the industries as of yet. So let's put in a small country road. To link up. And that is Corby and Harpenden linked up like that. That's fine. Now, Harpenden. I think I'm going to give Harpenden a proper bus station. In fact, I think I'm going to give Harpenden quite a lot of love. So I'm going to bring a road out here. There you go. That is the cheapest that road is going to be. Bring that road out in a curvy manner. And I'm going to put the bus station in Harpenden way out here. And it's going to be a 2-2-20, like I normally do, because that's like a square, which just makes me happy. Square. And I'm going to configure. And I'm going to do exit. No. I'm going to do entrance, exit. And it's going to go streets. Oh. You know what, let's build a nice little like right angle out from here. There we go. That looks like a lovely little bus stop. Bus station. And let's have a look. Yep. So let's put a city bus into Harpenden. That would be quite nice. I think I'm going to go for two, a clockwise and an anti-clockwise loop. Streets, Medienstraße. So we have stop out. I want to build this one with a bit of anticipation for future growth. That should be fine. So new route, new line, city bus 304 will be Harpenden 1, or Harpenden, Harpenden that way, CB 304 Harpenden internal. That is counterclockwise, CCW. And that shade of red, please. And then, no, I didn't need to do that. New line. That shade of red, please. CB305, Harpenden internal, CW. There. There. There we go. Love it. I did it again. And the new line, RB104 will be, ooh, Harpenden. RB104 Corby Harpenden. It's going to be this lovely colour, and it's going to go from there to there. Lovely. And we have a bus depot in Corby as well. Good. 5 vehicles. I'm going to go with 5. Colour them red for that one. Another 5. Colour them red for that one. And 7. Colour them that for this one. And then pay off some more loan. This is way more successful than what I was doing before. Let's have a look down at Harpenden. People are already waiting, wow. People of Harpenden are taking to the buses quite well. They do take the buses quite well. I will say that. Looking over a railway line, that's good. How's Red Hill doing? Red Hill's doing fine. Right. What I want to do here... Oh, look. Little freight train. I'm going to get rid of you and you. To build just a little sort of double tracking project. There we go. And we're going to put one there and one there, and then just a couple in the middle, which is about here. That allows us to get quite a lot of trains running on that line. Pay back some more of the line. We're almost down to the original line. Right. Now I know I said that this would be a less aggressive expansion, but in terms of the road network, we're not going slow. But that's just... roads are cheap. Most of the infrastructure you'll need is already there. There we go. Now we can have a bus from from Camelford to Harpenden, which me likey that idea a lot. So what I'm thinking of is having the bus go like that, and it will stop at that bus stop in Harpenden, as well as the stops at either end. So it'd be like a stopping regional bus route, which is... that sounds nice to me. New line. This colour. RB 105 Harpenden to Camelford. Yeah. Oh. That one. That one. That one. That one. Oh, New Street's only got a stop on... really? No, 2, 1. There we go. And let's put... if we put 7 on that, I think that's also 7. Put them that colour and put them on Harpenden Camelford. And pay back some more loan. And let's have a look at the Profitron. 305 isn't making as much money as 304. That's using a horse-drawn. No, I don't want that. Replace all vehicles with that. That should have all of them running around now. as stagecoaches, which is the good. Now other than that, let's look. Our bad ones are RB 105 and 104. Okay, 105 literally just started. 104 also literally just started. And it's only carrying 6 people at the moment. That's fine. Then we have our city buses. Acceptable. Then we have our other regional buses. Then we have our freight and our rail passenger. Good. So, I suppose before I started the recording again, I should have checked my disk space, but oh well. In fact, let me do that now. Okay, so I hope that's fixed it. I'm not quite sure if it has, but if this message goes away, like at some point, then we'll be good. If not, then everything in this episode has just gone to waste. That would be not fun. And then I'd need to like find where this thing saves games so I can just get rid of any old saves that I'm not using anymore. I'm kind of surprised why, because the game I keep on my E drive, which has enough storage space on it to save the game. So I'm not quite sure why it's getting so panicky. Okay, oh well. Ooh, train. There's a train. There's a train, guys. There's a train. Look at the train. It looks very trainy. And it just made trainy amounts of money. And we're at our starting line. We are at our starting line, guys. That's nice. Look at that, $500,000 in profit. Over $500,000 in profit. Definitely better than how I was doing in the last recording. How's Warwick doing? Warwick is doing fine. We could be doing better financially, but like, it's trickling in, and as long as it keeps trickling, we will be good. But okay, I like this flyover, okay? The flyover looks good. Cheltenham. How is Cheltenham doing? Cheltenham is like barely growing at all. We've barely touched Cheltenham since the first episode, and which is fine. We're on episode 3, but like, I kind of want to get Cheltenham up with something. Might start doing goods next episode. But for today, we've just set up a few bus lines. And the Camelford line is starting to work. That's good. Oh look! There's some buses on the Camelford line. Oh, they're horse carts. actually unsubscribe. That is, I'm unsubscribing from that. Camelford has only got 66 people living there, that's kind of cute. Genuinely not quite sure what to do. I've got sand down here, and it's not far from Pickering. Or Kingsbridge for that matter. Yeah, I'm confused as to what to do, to be honest. This I guess is the problem with my tactic of just jumping in and without any sort of sketch of a plan. This looks nice though. This sort of old decaying station that has never seen a passenger. Because it's still not open yet. Reminds me of an airport. There's this airport in Berlin. It was supposed to open like 8 years ago and it still hasn't opened. Oh dear me. There we go, more of the loan has been paid off. I suppose I should just... let's have this be a bit of a sightseeing episode. We have... Le Train. So this is our stone to construction materials line. Or our stone to the construction materials plant line. As you can see, the speed is in miles an hour. For some reason it wasn't. I thought it was, but it wasn't. So I've changed it, so it is now. And we diverge onto the left-hand track, as I expected it to. We get really slow over that bridge, which, I mean, can't really be helped with this era of tech. And this one ooh. There we go. That train is making us so much money. Right, let's try and save the game, shall we? Oh look, there we go, 10 PM. 10:04 and 25, the time now is 10:14. That's fine. That's all good. Yay, we're not going to lose progress by the next episode. That makes me happy. What I will do, though, is I will change autosave frequency. Oh no, I change autosaves to keep down to 5 and put it to every 15 minutes. So that way we're taking up less space. Because as long as we have the most recent one and a few more from before, then we are bueno. We are bueno. I suppose this is an instance where the thing that went wrong ended up helping us in a way. Because things weren't looking good for the majority of the last of the episode that I tried to record that didn't go well. Basically, I built out this railway, and I had plans to make, like, to properly connect Cheltenham with a proper station, and it was going to look really good. But no, that didn't happen. So basically, I've had that sort of opportunity to rethink, and I've decided that I am going to just take it a bit easier, do more with buses, and perhaps extend the railway to Bishop Auckland through this sort of gap in the mountain that's going to be so scenic. Oh, like have the train station at Bishop Auckland here, and then just hug this sort of ridge around and come up through Harlow that way, and then later on in the game when we can afford to, just go through the mountain, or go through the mountain but like weave most of the way up, tunnel through the summit, and zigzag back down again. That could also look rather stylish, but that's a very European way of doing it, and I wanted, as I said in the first episode, this to represent a bit of like a Japan style. And in Japan they do sort of go around the hills where they can on the older railway. On the Shinkansen they just go whoosh. What I'm going to set up as well is a bus from Harpenden to Bishop Auckland. That could be quite useful. There we go. So now we have a road between Harpenden and Bishop Auckland that we can use to fling a few buses in their general direction. Town road, please. Thank you. Where do I put a bus depot? Or a bus station? Actually, I'm going to put it way over here. Building. 2220. Yes. Now for this one, I'm just going to put it like in the corner. like there. And what are we connecting through here? Good, we could be serving these corners a bit better. So I'm going to do that as well. I think with Bishop Auckland, I'm also going to take the opportunity to place another depot. In fact, I'm going to give Bishop Auckland a tram network. Questionable decision? Probably. In fact, yes, questionable. But since when has that ever stopped me? I say that like you know. And for you to know, you'd have had to have seen me playing Transport Fever at a decently large scale before, but yeah, no, that's not really something I've done. Well, at least not uploaded to YouTube. So, new line. And it's going to go from there to there. It's going to be that lovely colour that we use. And it is RB106. Hopping in to Bishop Auckland. I'm going to put Bishop A, because these are long names. And Boost... oh. That's a tram depot. That's okay. Buy vehicles. Stagecoach. That is probably a 10. I'm not even gonna lie. Doink. And RB106. Harpenden to Bishop Auckland. There you go. We got the loan down to 3 million. And look at all of these horses. 20 horses. 2 on each of the things. I can do maths. They're gonna struggle with that, like, hill, though. Street. Love it. I love a name that just says what it's got. Street. Now, I wonder... There isn't really much opportunity for ferries, because the watery areas are lakes, and they're quite small, actually. Oh, actually, here's one we can do. Chester to Bishop's Waltham. That's going to be quite hard to do with a train, because you've got this mountain. That's interesting. That I could look into that. Oh, look, we're back here. Right, so when we hit 1.8 million, because we are going to, when we do, I'm going to clone that. And that will just get a bit more supply going to Warwick construction materials. Actually, you know what, I'll do that in the next episode. For now, I'm going to build out our main line. Tracks. I want to be doing 75 miles an hour. I've curved too far. Right. There we go. Has it put the lump? It has not put a lump in the railway. That's nice. However, because we have that so close and I have some junctioning probably, I'm going to put it back here, 240 meter, one track, because that's like good canvas for creating things. Oh no, that's not even the right one, because I've like, yeah. Streets, no, that. Yes. Honestly. Looking at it, that's probably going to be a half decent railway when it's done. That's boats. I will say the UI is a tad bit confusing. Right. Configure. So just so we know what we're going to be doing here, I'm going to have one of those and one of those. And a one of, nope, those, and those. There we go. So the main nope, nope, tracks. There we go. So this is our main goods line. And it's going to come out like that over this double slip junction. Then we don't have enough money for it at the moment. If I pop it into maximum speed, we will. There we go. And we're just going to sort of fly under and come back up, pretty much. Ooh, we don't want to keep going down. There we go. However, we don't want to go up that steep. What we want is to stay about level. Speed doesn't really matter with freight. We can have a look at, like... Ooh? Oh yeah, it's Angier's Tunnel Type 2. Which is a very good model. Angier is like one of like the best mod developers in the Transport Fever 2 community right now. Like, it's so good. See, if I can get these to be like even, I won't even care. Yeah, no. I don't want to speed below 55. Well, you know what? 60. We'll do it. 59, 60. Oh, that's a nice little fly under though. That's nice. I'm enjoying this. Enjoying this, I certainly am. I'm getting significantly further as well. Ooh. Ah, yes, the new freight engine that unlocks in 1857. Beep. Beep. 4-track mainline. Yes. I love a 4-track mainline. This has that sort of feeling that, yes, things are happening, people and things are being transported. Money, please. Need it. No, I'm not gonna. No. Yep. I won't feel bad about doing the loans because I've got it down far enough where I can like feel good about, or not feel bad for my future finances when I take out extra loans. Do 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 do. Ooh, and we're out of money. Station modification is expensive. But not for long. There we go. And we will give it a road connection because I'm feeling really generous. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a road down from there and just sort of cut off what's left. My plans for Cheltenham goods are basically that we're going to have another station road that does this, but it flips the other way because we have another quarry over here. Wow. And another brick manufacturer. Those things, yes. Like, just there, so that's good. That's a bueno. I'm liking this. I genuinely am. To think, though, that our goods side is bigger than our passenger side. I'm normally very passenger focused. That one, no, that one. Nope, that one. There we go. UK signals. Now, we're going to be getting to goods first. Specifically, goods from this platform. We're going to have a signal before entering the tunnel and just coming out of it. Another one just as we're going under these tracks. Another one just as we're coming out of this tunnel, or going in. One here. One here. And one just for stopping. Oh. There we go. And we can now deliver construction materials to Cheltenham. Basically whenever we feel like it. And what we can also do is we can put a station there and just plumb it on to the main line. Ooh, the general. And then have that come up with this and head into Warwick rail freight construction. There we go. Right, something else that we're going to do is link these two lines together. Nope. That one. There we go. It's like East Croydon, but like small scale East Croydon. Which, I mean, that's got a charm to it. You know, let's admit that. East Croydon has a charm to it, just in the sense that you look at it and you go, that works? And then the network railman, who's obviously, like, going to be standing right there because it obviously doesn't work that well, is going, yeah, barely. I don't even know where that came from. That was just a random narrative that just happened. Welcome to me, guys. That's just how I be sometimes. I do be kinda like that sometimes. Oh yeah, we don't even have a depot. Right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do what I used to do in Transport Fever 1. This is basically a really good way to get the depot as close as possible to the tracks. Is to just build out like that and attach the depot like... Ooh, see, it's not even... Like, that's too far. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna put the depot there. No. I'm gonna build tracks. Like that. To get trains from that depot onto the track. like onto the railway. Our first order of business will be to ensure that I have another one of these. So I'm going to need many million. I'm going to make sure that I have 6 million in the bank. Okay. Manage vehicles, and I'm just going to clone it. Once. There we go. And I'm going to set up a new line. Doot. Doot. And this one is going to be RF construction Cheltenham CM for Conmat. And they are going to be this shade of grey, yes. And to run on that line, we need to use one of these. And I think it was these? Yes. Yes. And we can afford it. And these are going on Cheltenham CM. So coming out of the depot first will be this, our second stone train. And then following it will be our 2 for the Cheltenham line. So train 3, we're going to manage vehicles on this line, and we're going to make them that stony grey colour. And here is the first one. It's a lovely outside cylinder 060. The grey in those sort of brass gold accents, that looks nice. It looks like when Steam era companies painted the first one out the shops in grey when it was shown to the press, because the grey would look better on the old film cameras of the time. Like, you'd be able to capture more detail on the grey than you would in the green or black on those Victorian era cameras. So, yeah. They were originally painted in grey, and I just love photographic grey steam trains. Just, that looks so good. Photographic grey liveries are so underrepresented. Production rate on there is currently set 65, but that will go up. Cheltenham. Oh, we did the what's it? I want to view that actually. Signaling system working as it should. Game soundtrack is really good. Okay, what are we waiting for? Because I don't know what we're waiting for. Oh no, I can see it, yeah, it's going. We just need to wait for it. There it goes. You can see it just barely, it's sort of down there. But when that clears, yep, we'll start to move. Ooh. I love the way this engine looks. It's very... I don't know. If this had like a shorter funnel, like if this thing had a more Britishly proportioned upper end and like a proper cab, I would be likening it right now to something of the old Northeastern Railway. Probably. Ooh, the first one. That's nice. This also looks good. Let's put it on middle gear, so that we can see this all, but we do get it done a little quicker. This 4-track mainline looks so good. And then we descend and turn off to the right to go into tunnel. And tunnel. And up again. Lovely British semaphore signals. They look so good. Okay, that lump wasn't too bad. And Cheltenham. And now we get to go the other way. Yeah. I'm wearing my headphones right now with like one ear completely off so I can hear myself speak. And like, if you've got WHC H700Ns yourself, they've got like angled drivers. So the ear that I'm currently listening to the game on, which has the headphone on, is currently like, the driver is like cutting into it in a way. That's like, oof. But you know, the struggles I go through for less, okay, you know, I'm gonna be honest, it's not quality content, it's barely even content. Ooh. Transport Fever 2, it looks so good. Like, when you consider that Transport Tycoon looked like that, like, you know, that's what Transport Tycoon looked like, and then you had Railroad Tycoon, which, yeah, I guess it looked better, but it was very dim. And then you had Sid Meier's Railroads. Ew. Ooh. Let's, ooh. That's nice. That's nice. I agree with that. Wholeheartedly agree. And coming up, that lovely, like, solitary palm tree. I am paying attention. As you can probably see through that junction, I am paying attention to making the track work look good. Whether or not it's paying off, I'll leave you to decide. Okay, we've got 8 on board now. Production here is at 126. And Cheltenham, I thought we did deliver. Right, this one is leaving with 8 on board. So I'm just gonna zoom out. Ooh, let's watch it pop out. Whoosh. Whoosh is an acceptable word in this circumstance. And look, that's waiting for us. They should now be appropriately spaced out. Or they might be after the next run, who knows. Okay, let's see how much these 8 construction materials, 8 units of conmat, makes us here at Cheltenham CM, or Cheltenham. It's just Cheltenham because it's the name of the goods. It's the name of the passenger station. And they are one and the same. Beep. Those 8 made us 105,000. I'm happy with that. I'm more than happy with that. So, should I leave it off here? It feels like a place to do it. We've completed the freight. Like, we've completed a 4-track main line by the or a 4-track section by the 1860s. Or like by the start of the 1860s. We have got double track working here. Like, you know, we've got rail freight started and working in earnest, delivering to 2 different towns. I'd say that's a success thus far. Let's look at the accounts. This is fine because it just started. Train takes longer to pick up than road because you're just dealing with things on a much bigger scale with the train. These are losing us money slightly, but this one is making us like all the money in the world, and this one is also making us a decent amount. So I think we should be fine. So yeah, I think that's a good place to leave it for today. Here you go, I'll get my thumbnail like here from this sort of angle. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. So, I'll see you in the next thingy of Transport Fever 2. Corona content, X episode, video, whatever. You honestly make your own name for these. I'm just making the content. The next Transport Fever content video entity here on the Cheltenham channel, which as you can see got a rebrand. Go check the video of that out. I made a video going like showing my rebranding of the channel from start to almost finish. I didn't include the thumbnail design or the intro because they take a while. Well, no, thumbnail design doesn't take that long, but the intro did. I ended up doing what I did with the last intro, just jazzing it up a bit in terms of the new design and colours. Yeah, so I'll see you in the next episode of Transport Fever Corona content. Goodbye.